Hello everyone, Philopater here, and this video is sponsored by this barbarian who is staring into your soul. Now, in all seriousness, this is another exciting episode of Total War Rome 2. If you remember from the last video, I was invited to join the Sith clan, and so this will be against 3 players from said Sith clan. I will be playing as the Bowie, Magma will be playing as Parthia, Desert Fox will be playing as Armenia, and then Blue will be playing as the Ordrician Kingdom. I love the idea of the Ordrician Kingdom. I think they're Thracian nobles. These guys look amazing. I love the idea of the faction. Unfortunately, I don't have the Pirates and Raiders DLC. Otherwise, I would probably bring them in every single battle. They're also, right now, not a power faction. Again, Thracian nobles are a really cool unit, just a little bit too expensive. I, however, having lost the previous battle, I am not messing around. I am bringing a Bowie Sword Rush, one of the most powerful builds in the game at this time. I have 2 Oathsworn, 2 Light Horse, 2 Axe Warriors, 6 Sword Followers, 3 Celtic Warriors, and then 2 Heavy Horse here on my right flank. Magma has brought a mixture of Eastern Cataphracts, Noble Blood Cavalry, Mercenary Sarmatian Lancers, Mercenary Sarmatian Horse Archers, Hillmen, Parthian Swordsmen, and then Eastern Slingers. And then we'll have to wait a second until our opponent's armies come into view. For some reason, there is this little tiny hill on Nmetisena. I don't know why. It's not a huge deal. It's just, yeah. We have to wait a second until we see the opposing armies. So Desert Fox has brought 3 Horse Archers. Let's see. Some Eastern Cataphracts. Some Persian Cavalry, I think there were 4 Persian Cav and 2 Eastern Cataphracts. 1 unit of Royal Cataphracts. 4 units of Eastern Slingers. Yeah, there's the rest of his cavalry. And then for infantry, he has 2 Eastern Spearmen and 3 Cartly Axemen, which for some reason he's put on his left flank. Cartly Axemen are another unit that I just absolutely love. I love the helmets these guys have, with the ram's horn and the little flower on top. I think I've mentioned I kind of want a skiing helmet that looks like that. Anyways, I don't know why Desert Fox has put all his infantry on the left side, but that's the way he's done it. Blue, meanwhile, has brought Thracian warriors, mercenary folksmen, Thracian nobles. Where do they go? Dacian spears, and then more Thracian nobles, and then mercenary hoplites, and then he just repeats all the way down the line. So again, forming the infantry-heavy cornerstone to Desert Fox's more mobile cavalry strike force. Now, even though we don't have as many horse archers, but Desert Fox also doesn't have as many horse archers, of course referring to the previous battle, I think about bringing my heavy horsemen over to help Magma, but these horse archers are going to chase them away. Probably should have just charged forward. Anyways. However, in the meantime, these Sarmatian horse archers are going to tear on these regular horse archers. Just 1 kill. Not a whole lot going on. Meanwhile, I have gotten my unit grouping straightened out, and so all of my men are now moving forward properly. It is a good day. Now, of course, I don't have any skirmishers. I need to get into battle with my opponent. I am champing at the bit, waiting to just get in there and start slashing and stabbing. However, I can't rush in without the help of my opponent. That happened in the last video. It didn't end well. You'll notice what I'm doing to pass the time. These Celtic warriors are a little bit farther in front of the sword followers than when we started, and now I'm going to move them up even more. I know that his horse archers cannot go against my Celtic warriors in melee. These guys also have javelins, and so there's a nice sweet spot in which my first line is protected by my second line, but is able to keep the horse archers out of range. They're not able to get shots off on the high-value targets. They're essentially nullified. Bringing my heavy horse back over to my right flank, just to protect my sides. My left side is pretty well protected by Magma. And again, if you remember from the last battle, our opponents lined up with their units intermingled. We have decided to line up standing next to each other. More horse archers skirmishing. And you'll notice, of course, that there's lots of arrow volleys going back and forth, not a lot of actual killing. That's because these guys are really good at skirmishing, really good at they wait for the volley to come off, and then they run backwards, the arrows hit the ground, no damage. They do a fantastic job in that regard. Sorry about that. Horse archers on my side, still trying to find a place to attack. Bringing my light horse over to help support Magma. Thinking again, maybe I can get them in here, get the horse archers trapped away from the support of their main army. I would lose my light horse, but it would be a worthwhile trade. But it simply doesn't happen. Patience is the name of the game here. All this time I'm typing in the chat, ready? Ready? I know you want to skirmish, but are you ready? Finally begin moving forward. Eastern slingers are going to come up to drive back the horse archers, and there it is. No hits. But, you know, these horse archers are still at 0 kills. They're expended quite a bit of ammo. They're not paying for themselves. He doesn't want to attack the thin lines of Celtic warriors, because he'll never get his money back. But he also can't attack the sword followers. Let's see. Being patient, waiting for my ally to get properly into position. Desert Fox is going to bring the horse archers onto my right side to try and get shots off on my unshielded flank. And I'm simply going to move these Axe Warriors and these Celtic Warriors up to intercept. So let's see, Axe Warriors are going to charge forward. There we go. Backed up by these Heavy Horse, and they're just going to drive the Horse Archers away. No kills. I'm bringing my Light Horse back to my own lines to get ready for the charge. These 4 cavalry, they look kind of silly up against the sword rush of the Bowie. But these guys are going to be simply looking for targets of opportunity. Are there gaps in the line that they can exploit? Can they get charges in on high-value targets and do HP damage? Can they tie down the heavy Armenian cavalry, prevent them from getting charges in? Let's see. Magma is all ready to go. He is moving up again, pushing back on the left flank, just like in the previous battle. However, unlike the previous battle, I am not going to leave him in the dark. Shifting my men around just to make sure these horse archers don't cause any problems. I really, for some reason, I'm much more scared of horse archers than I should be. I don't know why. But here we go. Celtic Warriors going to match up against Dacian Spears. I think you all know how that's going to end. However, Dacian Spears against Sarmatian Horse Archers, probably going to go surprisingly well for the Dacian Spears. However, I see this, and I'm going to bring my Light Horsemen in to assist. Meanwhile, my Celtic Warriors are going up against the Dacian Spears. Again, that's going to end really good for me. Dacian Spears with their backs turned, getting showered by arrows. They don't know what's coming. Javelins are coming. Light Horse are coming. Mercenary Dacian Spears are going to rout off the field. Actually going to take some friendly fire damage. That's a shame. Anyways, Dacian Spears going up against Celtic Warriors and Sword Followers. I'm also bringing... Let's see, where they are. Oh, we missed it. This unit of Light Horse was able to tie down the Thracian Nobles. And so, off of their charge, they only got 6 kills. These Celtic Warriors, yes, they're going to be... Holy cow. The Celtic Warriors are going to be wasted by the Thracian Nobles. But... Wait, I think here it comes again. Yeah. So the Light Horse are going to get eviscerated, but it means the Thracian Nobles do not get a charge off on my Sword Followers. Sword Followers still at full strength, already up to 35 kills on Thracian Nobles. That's going to end very well for me. Let's see. Magma is just pushing through the left flank, doing a fantastic job. I'm keeping my Oathsworn in reserve. These are excellent late-game units, simply because they're so strong, and I want to keep their HP up. Let's see. I see this unit of Eastern Cataphracts coming in, and so I go into Shield Wall. He decides to pull away, and so my Sword Followers are going to take on these Thracian Warriors from the back. They're going to get a charge off. It's going to go really well for them. Anyways, like I was saying, Magma has completely pushed up on the left flank. Blue is not able to stop him like he was in the last game because I'm actually doing my job and killing him. I don't know if there's a better way to put it. The center is beginning to crumble. My light horsemen are dying, but they've done their job. So yeah, these light horse were able to stop Persian cavalry. So again, no charges on my more fragile infantry. The left flank is collapsing for our opponents. The center is collapsing. The only place they're winning is on our right. The problem is, for whatever reason, they're going to start to clump up their infantry. And so, these 3 units of sword followers and axe warriors are going to stop up the entire right flank. These Thracian nobles are not going to get the charges off that they need to. They're not going to get the flanking off that they need to. It's going to allow us to win in the other 2/3 of the map. And yeah, we'll talk about that more when we get there. Persian cavalry coming in for a charge. I see this, and I'm going to send my heavy horse to intercept. Persian cavalry are stopped dead. I think I even got 1 kill off. Good job, heavy horse. Screaming contest between the two. Going after my Oathsworn, I'm going to stop and brace as best I can. I get into shield wall just a little bit too late, but my Oathsworn don't take a whole lot of damage, and now that Persian cavalry is actually going to get stuck. Moving my heavy horse to tie them down. Let's see. Magma has cleaned up entirely our left flank. We're doing a fantastic job. Our opponents should now be seeing, like I said, the writing on the walls. And what we're going to have is a reverse of the previous battle, where this time it is Magma who is going to come in with the cavalry and get the decisive charges. This is great. My heavy horse trying to outrace these Thracian horsemen, trying to get a rear charge in wherever they can. And it's going to end up happening against these mercenary hoplites. And then eventually, there it is, against these mercenary folksmen, and they are going to rout. I'm going to notice this unit of Celtic warriors, and it's going to come back and chase away these horse archers. Here's the blob that I was talking about. Our opponents should have cleaned up this flank a lot quicker than they actually did, and I'm not sure what happened, if it was just a momentary microlapse or what. But you get the idea. My sword followers are going to hold, and it is going to allow the rest of my army to line up again. These sword followers are going to hold up these 2 units of Thracians. Obviously, they're not going to win. Ooh, obviously they're not going to win, but it's going to hold them long enough for my Oathsworn to get into position. Flanking these Cartly Axemen, they're going to get taken out. Thracian nobles are going to get a charge off on my Oathsworn, and they're going to go from 100 men to... What do they end up at? Looks like 88, 87, 85, about 85. Ooh, all the way down to 83. So yeah, Thracian nobles and Oathsworn, 2 fantastic units going at it. Eventually, though, the heavier armor of my Oathsworn is going to start to push back the nobles. And even then, it doesn't really matter, because Magma is coming up in full force. Cartly Axemen finally routing. Sword followers doing a great job. Let's see. Nope. And there they go. Trying to use these Eastern Spearmen to stop, but it's not going to help. They're just going to get plowed over. And yeah, I actually had my general retreat to the safety of the Parthians, and I think... Yeah, he's actually going to help clean up these horse archers who are trying to get the soft slinger targets. Doesn't really matter. My own heavy horse came back from routing, and that's the battle. So let's take a quick look at the statistics. Again, this was a lot of fun playing these guys. A whole different caliber from your average player. I really am looking forward to playing with them some more in the future. Anyways, let's see, what do we do? Obviously, a Barbarian Sword Rush is going to get a lot of kills. Oathsworn, my general really didn't do anything. He just kind of hung out and watched. But for the most part, Sword Followers doing excellent, unless they were charged. Axe Warriors doing excellent. Even my Celtic Warriors doing excellent. Even, look at that, my heavy horse. These guys got into the Thracian skirmishers. Fantastic job. Meanwhile, with the Armenian player, his Persian cavalry got bogged down just like mine in the last battle. His own horse archers had a better showing, but in the end, it was just not enough. The Cartly Axemen, not quite worth their price, especially when going up against these excellent sword followers. Magma, as we said, pushed back the left flank, did a great job. Let's see, Sarmatian Horse Archers had a good showing. Eastern Cataphracts had a good showing. Noble Blood Cav, kind of a disappointment. But in the end, it was because he was able to concentrate his forces, whereas, Blue over here had to fight all along the front. His Thracian nobles did a great job. They have great charges. You'd expect nothing less from them, but the Dacian spears got absolutely wrecked. Some of the Falksmen did okay. The Thracian warriors also getting wrecked going up against my sword followers. Mercenary hoplites not holding as well as they should have. And yeah, that's that. So, I think that's about all I have to say for this battle. I've talked a lot about these guys. I hope to bring you more battles with these excellent members of the Sith clan and other clans, other great battles. And as I, meet new players, I can bring you higher and higher quality videos and better battles, better tactics. Yeah, and so I really look forward to doing that, and I look forward to you watching them. So, this is Philopater saying I will see you in the next one.